I think they think that we're on some panel of the Washington Post. Let's let them think that.
Yeah, it's always funny is you're not claiming it, and if people infer it, that's actually it's called you're leading people into a false inference. So you're not technically lying, and the media, of course, does that all the time, where they'll say there's a protest, and then they'll zoom in on 3 people, and there was only 5 people there, and the person who sees the picture goes, "Oh wow, it must have been a huge protest." Well, no, it wasn't. You're creating a narrative by not lying, but by getting your audience to draw a false inference.
So let's talk about Hoaxed. You just finished it, and you've had a couple of screenings so far?
We had a screening in St. Louis, and we're doing a screening tonight, and then New York and D.C. in a couple of weeks.
And then what is the plan to distribute it widely?
Oh, we have a rollout plan, and we're going to announce that, I think, in a couple of weeks. I brought on a distributor last minute because I don't know how to do any of that. And I'm kind of a zombie right now, and I'm just doing what people tell me to do, which is oddly comforting.
So how up to the minute is it? I mean, the fake news is doing its thing every single day. There's always news. That's the only thing that I would be a little worried about on your behalf. Was is it going to be fresh?
Yeah, so we wanted a film that would hold up in 10 years. So we talk about more themes, truth, and there's a little current footage in there, but we didn't want to do a topical debunking of current stories.
That's smart. So Scott Adams is in it, one of our mutual favorites. Who are a couple of the other people who are featured in it?
Scott Adams, Anthony Scaramucci's in it. Black Lives Matter, Hawk Newsome is in it. Jordan Peterson's in it. Stephen Molyneux. Cassie J. Whole crew of people.
Anything in particular you want to put out there as a tease that might surprise people that's in the film?
Well, I tell people it is going to surprise you because it isn't propaganda for me. It isn't propaganda for Trump, and it isn't what you think. So go in and without any expectations of what it might look like because you'll be surprised.
All right. So speaking of Trump, I got to check in with you to get the pulse on the Trump situation. We've got the midterms coming up. It looks like the Mueller investigation won't be concluded until after that. What is your sense of what's on the horizon?
I don't know. Anything can happen in November. If the Democrats win in November, it's going to get bad for Trump and them. Republicans keep the House, there'll be more mobs in the streets. So either way, it's going to get hot after November.
Well, there's going to be a lot of investigations and so forth if the Democrats take over. But any predictions on the Mueller investigation? Do you think there'll be any criminal allegations, or it's just a bunch of nothing? It's basically as it relates to Trump himself.
Yeah, I mean, they'll.
Hey, we're trying to have a conversation here.
They're not going to find anything about Russia collusion there never was. They might find tax stuff, but there is no Russia stuff. There never was.
And obstruction is such a vague phrase. You could kind of bend that into almost anything. Huh?
Yeah, but that won't fly. They're not going to get obstruction. They're not going to get Russia. They're going to get people on paperwork violations and all that. Thanks.
Okay, thanks.